It is my immense pleasure and my honor to welcome all of you here, all the dignitaries who have come far away, especially to make this event a very successful.
At this time, I would now like to invite an eminent speaker, Omowunmi Olunloyo, known as Tux, is a multifaceted professional with over a decade of experience as a busy working mother coach, food technologist, best-selling author, film producer, and speaker. She has graced the airwaves of Reconciliers Radio, Hope FM, and Premier Christian Radio, and received prestigious accolades like the Courageous Award. As the owner of Purple Patch Cereals, an award winning breakfast cereal brand, she fulfills her dream of providing healthy food for health conscious families. Tux also heads Peacock Onowunmi Production, releasing her debut movie Hustle to acclaim. She will be delivering her research on digitalization of home based food business. Welcome to the stage. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Omowunmi, also known as Tokes, so please call me Tokes. And what I would like to share today is a bit of information that I believe everyone who is looking to start a food business from home will benefit from it. So I'm a food technologist by profession, so that means I studied it, and I currently work in that field as well. I currently help companies as a contractor to manage food production. So this is my brand. I'll leave it here just so that everyone can see that. So I make that from home and I sell that in farm shops. So the whole idea of what I wanted to share today is how you can do that yourself. Because I believe if you're like me, you have this amazing recipe, you have this cake or rice or curry, whatever, you have this amazing dish that your friends and family already love and they're like, can you make this for me for every party? Well, my job or what I do is to help you transform that idea into a product that you can package and sell in retail stores. So the first thing I would like to say, I did a 5A. I named them A's because I like numbers. And so I have my phone here that will be helping me. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone to guide me and so that I stay on track as well. So the first A that I would like to mention in terms of starting a food business from home is approach. And when I say approach, this is what I mean. For you to start a food business, you need to have any business to be specific, but for food, you need to have a specific mindset. You need to have an approach, an outlook in terms of how you want to carry yourself, how you want your business to be. And having a positive approach and a positive outlook will definitely be a starting point, a winning point. You've already won if you are able to win in your mind. And so you need to settle it once and for all that you're starting this business. It's going to be a challenge because anyone who tells you that business is a walk in the park, they're deceiving you. It is a lot of work. It's not 24 hours a day. Sometimes it's 48 hours a day. You're constantly working it and doing the best you can to make sure that your product works out well. So settling and having the right mindset and having a network of people around you that will support you and steer you in the right direction is definitely very, very key. It's my number one point I always say to everyone that I coach in starting a food business from home. So the key things that you need to look at in terms of approach, I have some questions that I say to myself and I say to my client as well, that if you are going to start a food business, these are key things you need to bear in mind. So number one, are you a self-starter? When you're starting a food business from home, there are a lot of things that you have to do by yourself because you are the secretary, you are the customer service, you are the transport manager, you are the security, you are the delivery, you are everything. You are all in one for your business when you are initially starting. Except you have a team of people who are already working with you, then it makes it easier. But if not, you are a self-starter. And so it's very important. If you are that kind of person that needs someone to tell you, you have to do this, you need that support in terms of doing everything that you need to do, then you probably will struggle along the journey of the way. So answering this question will definitely let you know if definitely without a shadow of doubt you want to run your own food business from home. Another key question that I always say to ask is, am I good at making decisions? As a food business owner, you will be making thousands and thousands of business decisions. And so you need to be that person that can think on your feet when you're starting a food business. Another question is, how well do I get along with different personality? As you can imagine, in a big organization, there are different departments and there are different people in there. And there are different kind of people as well managing those departments. And so there are a lot of temperament, a lot of personality. And so if you are that kind of person that you are shying away from speaking to people or saying no to people or disappointing people or telling people no, you are going to struggle if you're thinking of starting a food business. And the last one I have here is, do I have the physical and emotional stamina to run a business? Like I said, business takes a toll on you. Lots of business, according to research, close down within the first 5 years because of a lot of stress that comes through. So that is my first point, the A, which is approach. Now, number two is authority. And when I say authority, I'm talking about what you need to make your food from home. In different part of the world, you could just, let me talk about where I come from originally, Nigeria. You could just open the front of your door and bring out a frying pan and you're frying your bean cake and people will just come and approach you and buy and sell. You cannot do that here in the UK. There are rules governing how you make food from home. So you need to know the right authorities. You need to know the rules and regulations that govern the type of food that you're making. That would allow you to sell the food. Some might require some certification. Some might require you just to be registered with the council. For someone like me making this from home, all I do is just register with the council. I live in South Buckinghamshire, so all I did was call South Bucks and say, I'm going to be making food, and the EHO gave me details of what I need to do, even though I know what to do, but that's the right thing to do. That's the right approach. That's the right process that you need to follow if you want to make food from home. So definitely calling your council, whichever part of the world that you're living in the UK, they will steer you and guide you in the right direction in terms of how you can make food from home. So that's the second one, two, authority. Now I move quickly to number three, which is assurance. Now you would agree with me that if you buy a pack of, let's talk of, I'm not loyal to anyone, Coke, it has a specific unique taste. If you drink Coke and you drink Pepsi, if you're like me, you know the difference in their taste. They do taste different. And that is the uniqueness of the product that they are making. There is this set recipe, there is this set process. It is standardized in terms of how they make it, and it's the same all the time. If you buy it today, tomorrow, and forevermore, Diet Coke or Pepsi Coke or whichever version you buy will always taste the same. And the only way they can get that is because of the quality of the ingredient that they're using. So definitely you need to be using the finest ingredient. You can't be using cheap ingredient. You need to be using the finest ingredient so that whoever is buying your product will buy it over and over again. That is a very, very important point you need to bear in mind. So that is number three, assurance. Now, number four, A, account. You need to get your account in order. You want to start a food business from home, you need to settle how you're going to be getting funds to running your business. I typically say have 6 months salary or funds down for you to run your business so that you are not under any stress or duress in terms of how you want to run your business. And funds, where can you get them from? From friends, from family. You can get them your own money. You could get investors to invest in your business, to help you to grow your business. There is no right or wrong answer in terms of how you want to start your food business or how you want to raise money. It just needs to be something that you are comfortable with and will not run down your business at the end of the day. Now, my last A for today is asking price. So Out of curiosity, I want to ask everyone in the room, how much do you think I sell this in my farm shop, in the farm shops I sell? How much do you think this is going for? I like that. Anybody else? $5, okay? £5. Yes, of course. Yes. It's going for £5.50. This is a premium product. So you won't find it in Tesco, Asda, or Morrison's for those who are here in the UK. You won't, it's only in farm shops because it's for premium quality people who want food that are made by people in the kitchen. And that's what I'm branding my product at. So the last point, which I said, is asking price. How much does your product go for? For you to be able to calculate the price of your product, you have to go backwards to go forward. And that includes the ingredients, the quality ingredient that you're using. It includes packaging. It includes the time that you've invested, which is labor. It includes delivery costs. So there are a lot of consumables that you need to add together to make sure that it makes a product that you can sell. The key thing about asking price as well is that whatever product you're making, you can't get it wrong. It needs to be a product that people want to buy. I always say, don't reinvent the wheel. There is everything that we need is already here. All we are doing is tweaking it to the left, to the right, to the front. We are putting our uniqueness into this product. Most people who see my product, they talk about the color, and that's what catches their eye. So you need to have a unique selling point to your asking price that will draw people in for them to be able to want to buy your product and even taste it and then be a repeat customer. So those are my 5 A's in terms of how you can start your food business from home. I help home cooks or people who like making food to turn their love for cooking into a profitable business in just 12 weeks. So this is what I do as a side business, aside working a full-time job, helping other people in the food industry. So that's all I have time for right now. Thank you very much. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to take them now.
If your food business is something which you would want the others to start in, why is it that you are not taking the first plunge and taking it as a full-time assignment? If you see so much of profit in it, it will definitely make you more money than what you are doing it in your job.
The kind of person I am will not allow me to do that. I want to be able to do multiple things at the same time. So it's all about your personality. So let me put it this way. I am multifaceted. And what I mean by that is I do a lot of things. So I don't promote this to the retail stores for that reason. Because if I take it to Asda Morrison's, then I'm going to get multiple orders and I don't have the capacity to do that. The key thing is knowing yourself. If you remember, I said from the beginning, mindset, knowing who you are. I know who I am. The phase in my life I'm in right now, I've given myself 5-year plan to grow my business in my kitchen because all this is happening in my kitchen. If I want it out of my kitchen, then I need to go outside. I need to have more accreditation like Salsa, which is the next step level, whereby I have a building, not in my kitchen. And with that, then I can go into Morrison as a Tesco. And then the next step is BRC, for example. So to answer your question, the reason why I am still doing it small scale, because that's what I will call it, is because it is within my reach, it's within my capacity, and it's in my time frame of a 5-year plan for me. The future for me is to have a factory where I'll be helping people to make their own cereal alongside my own cereal. So it's in the plan. Thank you for asking.
How easy it is to push your products to these superstores? What are the distribution channels, and how easy or difficult it has been, and also getting sales in there. One is placing your product and then competing against 100 other brands and getting the sales. So these two aspects, can you please throw some light?
Okay, thank you. That's a good question. Thank you for asking. So the first thing I would say is that part of the things you do to grow your business is have a marketing strategy, and that will fall under your business plan. Once you've done your business plan, inside it you would have marketing channels in terms of how you want to sell your product. My own marketing channel, or the process I'm doing right now, is just my website and the farm shops, because again, it's within my reach, because that's what I want right now in terms of my plan for my life. For every other person, they could say they want to be in the retail stores. They could say they want to be for trade shows and all of that. So there are a lot of options that you can put in place to increase your visibility and credibility for your business. Social media is a massive one right now. So if you're good with social media or you hire a social media manager, they would help you to push your brand on social media whereby everyone can see it. A lot of giveaways, a lot of collaborations with other micro niches, in terms of your product would also push your brand forward. Once you have a product already made, I always say do a big promotion, just like any brand will do, Tesco, Morrison's, any one of them, when they make a product, they will give away little tech samples. When I want to get into some stores here, I would have a pop-up stand in front of the store and I'll put samples in front for people to taste it, because I know if they taste it, they like it, then they can go into the store to go and buy more. So there are little strategies here and there that you can implement that will get you sales for your business.
So there is no official route to place your product in the superstore. That promoting is one thing, and getting into superstore, a shelf for yourself within the superstore chain is another thing. So do you know that aspect, or you're just home based now, so you wouldn't know that?
It's a lot of work. It's possible. So, for example, if you want to get into Morrison's, let's do Morrison's, Ocado, even WH Smith. They have let's use WH Smith. There is a website link whereby they allow small businesses like myself to register to promote your business. So it would be like you are pitching your product to a lot of people, and then the person who wins the pitch will then be someone that they will take on to then help promote your brand. There's also another website where they have that you can register to be a supplier of your product to their store, and then you go through the journey with their buyer, that's the word I was looking for, with their buyer in terms of what they want, their requirement, minimum order quantity, how much can you deliver, a lot of questions they would ask you. But yes, there is route to go into the stores, mostly from their website. Sometimes it's coded, but the easiest way I tell people is that if you have a product you want to sell, it's already made, go to LinkedIn and look for the buyers of the store that you want to go in. So if you want to go into Tesco, go to Tesco and look for the buyer for Tesco for the category that you want. So there's cereals, there's fresh vegetables, open cupboard, whatever it is. So you go in through all those categories and look for the buyer and then pitch your product to the buyer. But you need to be unique in terms of what you're selling, because you can imagine how many pitches they are getting from people trying to sell their product to them. But yes, there is a route to go into the stores.
I think that you should open a consultant company at the same time and offer advice to people who want to do that. That's another multifaceted side job for you.
Thank you, ma'am. I do that already.
Our next award goes to Talks.